Vamos lá então. Pra nós aí, igual quem me visitou. Dados droga, gravados. Investimento. Bom. Fiz um teste, ver se tá dando. Eita, bro. Dá pra gravar ainda. Dá pra gravar, porra. 30 Tá. Nós temos. A gente tem que ir, né? Mas aqui. Tá, tem que ir. Tá, vamos pra missão. Aí, vamos aqui pro último. Vai. Ah, tá, porque eu vim abrir isso aqui, né? Tá, vamos vir pra cá então. Vou fazer isso aqui, vamos fazer isso aqui. Vou fazer isso aqui logo, então. Oi, peraí, deixa eu ver. Errado, calma aí. Vamos ver aqui em cima. Beleza, acho que dá pra. Tá finalizando a gravação. Não, não vai dar não. Só vai dar mais. De grátis, né? De grátis até eu, cara. Peraí, eu quero. Vai dar certinho, parceiro. Aí, pera aqui, você acho que não tô muito
Prepare to be blown away! Ah, mas eu roubei a gente pra fazer missãozinha não. No one escapes my sight!
Só tadinho.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Pronto. Diminuiçãozinha aqui. Tá. Feito então. Tá. A gente tem aquela lá pra aqui depois. Fazer isso aqui não, senão parece que eu marcando no mapa, né? Vamos cortar pra lá. Aproveitar e entregar a capinha pro amiguito aí. Pro amiguinho ali. Saindo aqui, deixa eu fazer. Fios. Cadê? Compressor. Compressor. Bagulho. Compressor. Ganho. Dá um pouquinho mais o ganho. Deixar um ganho altinho assim. Nice. Dá pra falar. Vamos lá embaixo.
Have you heard? The storm terror crisis.
16.
16.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Castervidade igual um belo idiota. Tá preso. Acho que entendi muito ali. Tá estourando. Quer fazer negócio? Tá, agora deixa eu. Peraí. Esse aqui, vai, pelo amor de Deus. Vagabundo. Puta. Desgraciado. Tá. Tá. Pronto. Ixi. Essa merda não cai, né? Acho que os opções de expedição já acabaram. Acho que não, será?
Add astro.
Não, ainda não, né? Não, são 20 horas. Acabar. Deixa eu ver. Cheirada, que não quebra uma boa. Acabou um. Não dá não, parceiro, não dá não. Nossa, deixa eu subir aqui não. Pra resolver.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Pronto. Aqui, né? Tá aqui, tá aqui, tá aqui. E aí, minha filha?
If you're borrowing a book, please register it in the log. The restricted section is currently not lending any books. Oh, it's you, little cutie. It's so good to see you. More refreshing than a strong cup of tea in the afternoon.
Clearly you're meant to be working, but you don't seem to have your heart in it at all.
I mean, other than Jean, who really works that earnestly anyway? So, did you have something you needed? Or did you just come to see me? Ooh, a smooth talker. Not what I was expecting.
So, Miss Librarian, got any books to recommend?
Recommended books. Sadly, everything I'd personally recommend is all in the restricted section, which we're not currently lending out.
What's with your ominous tone?
Oh, right. Would you be interested in checking out the Devat travel guide? I think it would be quite helpful for you as travelers here.
Ooh, sounds like it could be helpful. Do you think we could take a peek?
I suppose I can try to find you a copy from the list.
Isn't this Lisa's job? What does she mean, I suppose?
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. Our copy is currently being borrowed. That said, it is now overdue. Come to think of it, quite a few of our books are now overdue. I really wish people would just return their books on time.
Whoa, is Paimon imagining things, or does the air in here suddenly feel...
Such a pain. I'm going out to bring those unreturned books back. If you'd rather get your hands on that copy of the Tevat travel guide sooner, you'd better come with me.
Lisa seems really scary right...
You really are such a considerate cutie. Let's see. First, we can go to the souvenir shop. It's called With Wind Comes Glory. So let's meet there shortly.
Então, fazer a missãozita aqui, né? Missãozitas gostositas, muito gostositas, gostositas demais. Ah, minha voz também vai ser minha imagem da galerinha. Ui, meu filme drop. Ui. Oh, é isso, cara. Pera aí. Vou fazer paranoia, calma aí. Deixa eu ver o negócio aqui. É claro, né, que ele vai nessa porra. Deixa eu capturar a tela de monitor. Capturar a tela de... Esse caso seria full screen. Está capturando. Tá. Claro porque não tá visível, né? Se fica aqui. É, não captura. Tem que capturar com tela de monitor. Deixa eu ver. Então, mas filtro. Days. Que imagem. Boa, tá bem bom. Eu consigo ver esse aqui tá legal. Beleza. Perfeito, olha. Perfeito. Vamos lá então.
Cutie, you're here. Let's begin, shall we? Hello, Marjorie. Any exciting new items in stock? Why so surprised? Today is such a special day. It's only natural that I'd want a souvenir to remember it by. So it is. In that case, I declare this the day of my life I wish I could get back because I spent my first ever outing with someone taking them on an annoying errand.
Don't you think that's a bit long?
Well, if it's a souvenir you're after, you're in the right place. I'm sure you'll find something that strikes your fancy, Lisa. Or you could let your new friend pick something out for you. Make it more of an occasion.
Yes, yes! Let us pick!
Qual que eu escolho agora? Não sei.
This is a historical relic retrieved from some ruins by one of the Adventurers Guild. Sure, there's a bit of wear and tear, but this thing in the painting must be well over 1,000 years old. Though it doesn't make much sense to me.
My goodness. This is one of the 3 lost scrolls that make up the Northern Border Wind investigation. What is it doing here?
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
My. You clearly know a treasure when you see it. This is a work of unparalleled significance for the research of ancient people's understanding of the elements. I will gladly accept it. Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
Oh, so you're a fan of the gallant Lady Vanessa too? Why didn't you say so? I have all sorts of items I could recommend. For example, this lion's tooth pendant with Vanessa's name carved into it. It was once a medal awarded to a knight by the great lady herself. Oh my goodness. I do apologize. I got so excited when you mentioned Vanessa. I didn't know that book was overdue, even though I take it with me everywhere. I can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together as soon as I saw you here. Here you go.
Well, since you look up to Lady Vanessa so very much, please be more punctual next time.
Yes, Lisa. I will be, Lisa.
Let's go and find the next overdue book.
Welcome to Good Hunter. Table for 2?
3!
Oh, my apologies. Please sit wherever you like, and call me over once you're ready to order.
So we're gonna eat first and bring up the book situation later?
Why, of course. The stress of work really takes the pleasure out of eating, don't you think?
Work is that bad, huh?
Today's recommendation is the steak.
Deixa eu ver se ele liberou coisa aqui antes pra eu comprar. Acho que não ainda, né? Deixa eu ver, não. Libera... Daqui a 3 horas, tá? Daqui a 3 horas, beleza. Perdão. Raspada na mulher aqui no...
What does Lisa like to eat? She's been here a few times with Master Jean for afternoon tea before. I think she normally orders something vegetarian. A lady tends to eat cautiously on account of her physique, after all. On that note, I should probably be watching my own diet a little more.
Vegetais.
Why don't you order us something, cutie? I'm ever so curious to know what your tastes are. I imagine that making a good vegetable soup takes good quality ingredients, cooked in the right order, at the right heat, for the right length of time. At least, those are the principles that apply when one is making potions. But from what I've heard, soup making was a popular pastime among the witches of the past.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Why don't you order... Eating salad is like piling on more and more elemental power. Raw, unfettered... It's the first mistake all magic users make when they're learning. But then again, if one genuinely had so much pure elemental power that they could solve any problem they wanted, that would be a different matter entirely.
You sure?
Finished ordering? Sit here. Let's dine together. The ingredients are fresh. The Good Hunter certainly lives up to its reputation in that respect. Salad as a meal is a little bland, though. It always feels like there's something missing. time is getting on. I suppose I should care. Let's have a little chat with Sarah about her library book.
Would you like to order something else?
No, thank you. We're quite satisfied. But I'm afraid I must ask you about the boar princess.
The boar brisket? I'm sorry. I think we took that off the menu.
She means the book you borrowed.
Oh, of course. I came straight to the restaurant after I borrowed it and completely forgotten that I even had it. I'm so sorry, Lisa. I will bring it to the library myself as soon as I finish work.
Okay then. But make sure you don't forget this time. Right. On to our next stop then, cutie.
And a red soup. Haven't you heard? There's a
Just one word.
Can't you give me a better price?
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
This is our final...
Welcome. Couples are our specialty. Let me know what you'd like and I'll wrap them up nicely for you.
Ah, yes. Now, which book was it that has the line, "A date without flowers is a date without romance"? Why, it just so happens that I would, my kindest cutie.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like? Mist flowers? Over there in the corner. But don't touch them with your bare hands. You'll get frostbite. You want them? You're sure? What an unusual choice. It's just that Lisa seems to use Electro quite a lot. Thinks...
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
No.
Some flowers... Dandelions are one of our classics, and a personal favorite of Miss Flora, the shop owner. I know what you're thinking. Most flower shops don't sell dandelions. They're a nuisance to care for. Perhaps, come to think of it, Miss Flora herself gives people the same impression.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Dandelions? They actually sell dandelions? They have a refreshing scent, similar to the one Jean wears. Thank you. Okay, time to get back to business. Donna, do you know why we're here?
Back to business? My business is selling flowers.
Once again, we see a total lack of respect for literature. The Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Well, what happened was... Oh no, what am I gonna do? I lost the book. A while back, I realized it was almost due, and I was getting ready to bring it back to the library. But I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked for days, but nothing. It's like somebody stole it. It should have been there, on my bedside table, right where I left it.
Uh-oh. That Lisa does some crazy things when she gets mad.
I heard that. Well, if it really was stolen, Donna's done nothing wrong. The blame lies with the book thief. And their punishment will be 10 times worse than stealing my book.
Like Paimon said, totally crazy.
Oh, don't worry about that. As long as I remain librarian, not a single book will go missing for good. I put a unique elemental marker on each book. Our thief will have left a nice set of clues for us to follow.
When did Lisa start taking her job so seriously? Paimon always thought she was a total slacker.
Hey, sweetie. I've heard your elemental sensitivity is very strong. Why not see what you can do?
Elemental sensitivity? Use your elemental sight to look for clues.
I swear on the other ones, I can't go any lower.
Moon pie! That's what I'll make tonight.
Looking at the elemental traces, it does seem likely that the book was stolen.
So Donna didn't do anything wrong?
It's not from the restricted section, so it's hardly a book worth stealing. Whoever wanted this book so badly had a strange fixation indeed.
So
The elemental traces are very faint, but I can tell that the thief took it beyond the city walls. You must see it too, right, cutie? Let's follow the trail and have a look.
Welcome to Mondstadt.
The elemental traces are strong here, but it seems our thief did not stay for long. The trail keeps going. Let's keep looking.
Mas eu vou farmar metal. Esse metal que eu preciso. Então, espera aí. Essa farmar com a... Ele é muito bom, hein? Uma soia. Farmar com a Noelle. Muito melhor, cara. Meu Deus. Isso, farmar com a Noelle, olha. Uma soia. Opa. Dia. Tá, a missão pede pra vir ali, mas calma aí.
Windblade!
It's further than I thought. Quite the intrepid explorer, our little thief.
Maybe we frightened the turtle back inside his shell.
Precisa aqui, beleza. A missão da emissão, né? Isso aqui a gente pode fazer não. Sucesso, hein? Espero que seja XP de amizade ainda também. O que isso aqui é missão? Cada missão uma tá perto da outra, né? Não pode não. Vou fazer isso aqui antes. Dando mais. Ah, cara, tu vai apanhar tanto. Ah, graça.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Let it rain.
It must be nearby. Using elemental sight, you can even detect magic. Follow the flow of magic to find the book.
The thief lives inside ruins? Mondstadt people do have some strange quirks.
Please do not jump to such a preposterous conclusion about the living habits of Mondstadt's residents. This seems far more likely to be the work of some none-too-friendly troublemakers. Stealing books is hardly the Hilly Churls style. All they would use books for is to keep their campfire going anyway. This is more likely to be the Abyss Order's doing. There's an elemental seal at the entrance. It looks like the result of an Abyss mage's magic.
A seal? How are we gonna break it? Is this gonna turn into
Not to worry. If you think a little magic can keep me out, think again.
Why is that?
Come on.
Whoa! So this is what Lisa's like when she's hard at work.
Equipe tá bolada, vamos lá então. A equipe tá bolada, meu parceiro. Eu preciso dar um mijão, que a bicha está estourando.
It's so much bigger in here than Paimon thought. Do we really have to go all the way inside?
If you borrow a book, you have to return it. There will be no exceptions.
bastante vídeo, rapaz. Então, ai, carai, peraí. Isso aqui, isso.
Windblade!
Come a little closer. It's nearly time for afternoon tea. Yep. Come a little closer. Surrender and I'll be gentle. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little... Come a little closer. Don't be such a brute.
Sério, meu.
Hey, look! It's an abyss mage! Lisa was spot on!
As a dutiful maid would.
How did you find this place? It's so well hidden!
I have no interest in finding out where you little rascals hide yourselves away. But tell me, how is it that you have the time to conceal your stronghold and apply a magic seal, but not to sign out a library book in the proper manner? You have no respect whatsoever for other people's work.
You just want the book? I was unaware that anyone in Mondstadt was concerned with unearthing the secret hidden inside this book. Who are you?
The librarian, although I believe that should be quite clear already.
Since you insist on concealing your identity, I have all the less reason to give you that book. After all, it contains the secret. Huh? What are you doing? Such concentrated elemental power! Please don't!
Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in line. This is why I call it troublesome work. We'll just need to find the book ourselves. It should be around here somewhere.
It's the Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies!
That's the one. It's a good thing it isn't damaged.
Otherwise, what? Are you telling me you have even more crazy punishments up your sleeve?
I would have probably have needed to dish out a little taste of one of my potions in that case. Then again, as I said, it isn't from the restricted section, which is the only reason I would let the average citizen borrow it in the first place. And it doesn't appear to have any abnormal elemental properties, save for the markings I put on it.
Yeah, it seems like just an average storybook.
As far as my duties as a librarian go, my troublesome work is finished. Since this book has piqued your interest, why don't I let you borrow it? There's no time limit for you. I will register you as custodian rather than borrower. This is an exclusive privilege reserved for trusted citizens only.
Exclusive privilege? Why does Paimon feel this is just your sneaky way of offloading your troublesome work onto someone else?
Excuse me, are you in some way dissatisfied with my work? Good. You're amenable to reason then. I do wish I could keep you by my side as my personal assistant. My work here is done. I'm going back. Don't forget to register at the library when you have a spare moment.
Que tranqueira, velho. Poxa, eu gosto de legal, velho. Cheio de tranqueira, velho. Pelo amor de Deus, cara. Desgraça. Tranqueira, velho. Já recebeu aqui. Vai se fuder aí, porra. Vagabundo. 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 Ah, tem que falar com a Lisa lá, né? Mas... depende, porque a preguiça tá foda. Preguiça tá foda de andar, então a gente tá TP. Vamos lá, então. Deixa eu pegar os bagulho aqui. São todos os 7 depois também. Ó, o papo do... Oh! Super bug de emulador. Nossa, podia estar aí. Assim, já vou direto no YouTube. Procurei no sem edição.
You've returned. The paperwork is done. You are now the custodian of this book.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. But Paimon thinks we're forgetting something. Look, over there on the shelf. Isn't that the Teyvat travel guide? And look how many copies there are.
The Teyvat Travel Guide is a serial publication. It is not part of the library's formal collection.
Oh.
Take one. Consider it your compensation for being Lisa's little helper today. With you by my side, my troublesome work was a little less dull than usual.
The Teyvat travel guide was just bait to get us to do a day's work.
I hadn't anticipated that a few routine returns inquiries would take us out of the city, let alone down into some underground ruins. As compensation for dragging you into all this bother, take these souvenirs.
Wow! Lisa went and bought us some special souvenirs.
In fact, they were intended for our next outing. But never mind. We can discuss next time's activity when the time comes. I hope you are looking forward to it.
Ciao, presi per la mia statua logo.
Oh? What are you doing here? Though I was just wondering if you would happen to follow me. You speak of the god of Animo, Barbados? He already disappeared from Mondstadt a long time ago. Liyue and Inazuma's respective gods of Geo and Electro are still present, but Mondstadt has seen many a moon since they last saw their own god. Why do you wish to know about the god of Animo? Does it have something to do with Dvalin?
Oh, it's because gods...
Just how is it that everyone sees Storm Terror? I'm quite curious. That said, there's no need to rush. I have not been back in a while. It seems there are a few who are unhappy with my arrival.
The wind! I can't open my eyes! What is a creature like that doing out here? In such a calm place? You think it was going after that green guy? His relationship with the wind seems even deeper than yours. I must leave no stone unturned.
seems the dragon wasn't the only thing affected by this change in the wind. Now then, you were saying someone had told you about the dragon? Is that so? Quite the scholar, I must say that, Lisa. She's not wrong. The conflict has reached this point only because both sides have resorted to the use of force. His hate, however, did not arise from the people not making tribute to the Four Winds. Nor was it born from his own nature, but instead came about as a product of his degradation.
Degradation?
The black blood flowing through his heart has been torturing him for years. That's what has allowed him to be led astray by the lies of the Abyss Mage. Correct. They are from the Abyss Order, an organization comprised of non-human beings. They despise mankind. I don't know where they come from. All I know is that they hold deep hatred toward the human world. Many hilly trolls out in the wild take orders from them and act as their weapons. Before arriving here, I too was like Dvalin, cursed and left to waste. But now, before us stands the symbol of Mondstadt's hero, the place from which Mondstadt rose. The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. Being here with you beneath this great tree feels like when the tear was purified earlier. Like the poison is leaving my body. Feels much better.
So, how exactly did you get poisoned?
That would be because I tried to communicate with Dvalin earlier, but was interrupted. As a result, not only did I not manage to help Dvalin break his curse, but yes, it was you. So to make up for it, you're coming with me to the cathedral.
The Mondstadt Cathedral? To do what?
To claim a certain holy lyre de Himmel.
One of the most treasured items in Mondstadt. It's the lyre that Barbados used to play. With it, perhaps I can help Dvalin draw his gentle nature back out of this nightmare he's going through.
Will it really stop Storm Terror from causing more damage?
Of course! I'm the best bard in the world. There's not a single song I do not know, no matter if it... Look me in the eyes. Do you not find me trustworthy? That one doesn't work on a bard.
So how can we get the Holy Lyre?
It's said that it's enshrined deep within the cathedral, somewhere safe. I'll go take a look around. You can come if you want. Let me handle this. Hello there, sister!
May the Animo God bless you, young bard. How can I help you?
Actually, I know a secret that can save Mondstadt from its current predicament.
Oh, what a blessing from the god of Animo! But you should report that to the Knights of Favonius. Why have you come to me?
Because you, dear sister, are able to help. I'd like to borrow the Holy Lyre. With it, I'll be able to help Storm Terror.
Please see yourselves out.
What?
It's a vicious dragon indeed, but once the acting Grand Master makes up her mind, nothing can stand in the Knight's way.
That's simply not acceptable. Wouldn't Storm Terror end up getting killed that way?
That foolish beast betrayed the winds. Not even the god of Animo themselves would forgive it.
Please, I beg of you.
I'm afraid not, little bard. Strange. Somehow I feel so bad rejecting this sweet child.
Then, I guess I'm left with no other choice. I cannot hide anymore. My disciples, rejoice! Behold, the god of Animo, Barbados, has descended. Shocked, aren't you? Don't you just want to cry out and rejoice? How does it feel to finally meet the god you've been serving?
If there's nothing else, I'll be going back to handle the cathedral's paperwork now.
Oh, wait! Huh? She didn't even bat, but I have at least learned what I wanted to know. She didn't deny that the cathedral is enshrining the Holy Lyre. Now, since you're the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius, maybe you can give it a shot.
Fica aqui, né? Meio na cara, né?
Barbados bless you. I know you. You and Amber saved Mondstadt that day. So what brings you here? Tasks from the acting Grand Master? Is that so? Not that I don't trust you. It's just that a suspicious bard came looking to borrow the Holy Lyre as well. He's full of nonsense and even called himself Barbados. He must be up to something. There are regulations in place for the use of the Holy Lyre. Currently, it's only used in Ludi Harpastum. Signed documents from the Grand Master, Seneschal, and community representative are all required. So, may I see the document from the Knights of Favonius? A signed document is required. Without it, there's not much I can do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really am quite busy as of late.
It didn't work. I knew it. I just wanted to know how influential the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius is. You see, the best warrior should always be presented with the best sword. And yet, does the story not make for a fitting ballad?
So what are you trying to say? That we're not good enough?
No, that's not it.
More of a commentary regarding Mondstadt's inability to see the warrior standing right before its very eyes. Very well. Looks like borrowing it is not going to be possible. We're simply going to have to steal it. Today we stand for free will. Come now, speak up. That's what free will is for. Look at you, sidetracked from the start. But seriously, you're more suitable for the job than I. Aside from singing, I don't really have any other talents. Besides, if I was caught, I'd have no one to right the grave injustice of my arrest.
How can it be a grave injustice if you got caught stealing red-handed?
But things are different for you. You are the superstar of the night. Should you get caught, you would easily be able to talk your way out of it. The guards here, it seems they're off duty throughout the night. If we manage to...
Stop mentioning us getting caught!
What do you say? Yes. Seems I did mention that. Your point being? Why does your decision hinge upon...
Paimon will fill you in on her background story when we get the time.
Huh?
Onde que é, mamãe? Calma aí, mano, pai, mamãe, esqueci. Tá escrito. Ah, peraí, tem que horazinho. Aqui pras 18. Eu tenho que sair da casa dela, não tá isso?
Run along. This isn't a conversation for children.
Boy, this stupid city.
Ah, que gostoso. Você abaixar não, parceiro. Fudeu. Fudeu. Ui, desce. Tão difícil não, cara.
Who are you? She disappeared!
Freeze! What are you doing here?
No, run!
Que bosta, hein? Olha a merda. Olha a merda. Nossa. Deixa lá embaixo. Deixaram. Atrapalharam.
Oh no! We're busted! Run!
What? Follow me.
Deu tempo. Meu Deus. Tempo certinho, galera. Vamos lá. Vai.
Master D-Luke, this is this week's accounts.
The disaster has greatly affected business.
Well, let's hope it all ends soon.
Hi! We'd like a seat at your, least conspicuous table.
The second floor has fewer customers. You'd be less conspicuous up there. But aren't you a bard? Why not sit front and center?
Let's save the paid performance for next time. We'll be heading up now. See you in a bit.
Hey, keep an eye on them. There's something strange about that bard. I'll go ask around.
Ask who exactly?
The protectors of Mondstadt.
Master D-Luke, have you seen two thieves around?
What happened? Why have you mobilized so many guards?
Haven't you heard, Master D-Luke? Two thieves are trying to steal the Holy Lyre.
Huh? How odd.
Isn't it? The Holy Lyre is a treasure that was played by the god of animal themselves. Such a precious piece of cultural heritage.
Why would one want to steal something they can't sell off? Would pay better to steal from my sellers.
Huh?
Sorry, off topic. Believe they headed that way.
Understood. Thank you, Master D-Luke.
Today, I think I'll have a glass of...
You can put down that bottle you stole from behind the counter.
something cold.
Right. I want answers.
Let me finish my drink first. I'll pay you. Well, with a performance.
It's not about money. You seem too young to be drinking.
No need to worry. When I started drinking, you were still... Oh, you want to ask, who's this? Am I right? He is Master D-Luke, the boss of... the owner of this tavern. He's very famous. By the way, his dandelion wine is one of my favorites. Although most of the time I can only afford a bottle or two.
I just heard about some thieves from the guards. For the record, I like your guts for trying to steal the holy lyre de Hamel. Even if you are fools. But we don't often get to see people like you.
It wasn't us that stole it. The real thief is still out there.
This is the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius. Why would someone so aspiring steal Mondstadt's sacred treasure?
Hotshot? Oh, so it's you. So, you and the Bard are close friends? Well, despite only being a passing traveler, you still offered your help to Mondstadt in its time of need. A shame you joined the Knights. The Knights of Favonius. Inefficient right from beginning to end. And towards the Fatui, weak and conservative. Forget it. I don't feel like talking about it.
Seems you don't really like the Knights of Favonius.
Just differences in approach is all. I have my own hopes for this city. Now, answers. Why did you steal the Holy Lyre?
You sure you want to know? It could implicate you in the affairs of the Knights of Favonius.
That's fine. I somehow always end up implicated in their affairs.
If I tell you the story with a performance, will you believe me?
It depends. I'll make my own judgment.
Then will I get paid?
Your reward will range from anywhere between 5 Mora and the Holy Lyre. It all depends on your story.
Very well. Let me put on a show.
What did I just witness? This is confidential information. Why did you let me know?
Why? Perhaps the winds are changing. What say you, Master D-Luke?
Interesting. Give me some time. I'll organize some contacts. Outlander, as one of the Knights, it seems you're not a suspect. Blonde is the only description on the wanted poster. You should be safe. As for the Bard, however, it'd be better if you stayed in the tavern.
No problem. I like taverns.
Okay. Let's meet here tonight after the tavern closes.
I'll make tonight?
Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
Ah, já coletei.
Anything the Knights can do for you?
Essa mesmo. Nossa, não.
You're here.
Wait, you're...
Well, first of all, I contacted more than one person. Secondly, she came here as Jean herself, not as the acting Grandmaster. A Jean you would never see, even as an honorary knight.
What a surprise. I heard about the Holy Lyre, but I never suspected it was you. So, the sound of the Holy Lyre can purify Storm Terror and return it to normal? Is that true?
That's right. Your honorary knight is putting themselves on the front line to try and resolve this Storm Terror issue. Now that's the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius I'm talking about.
Feels like we're breaking the law, though.
I understand this kind of absurd explanation is hard to believe. But we can ask the bard to play the song again to try and persuade...
I believe you.
To persuade our stubborn command... Wait, what?
I can't think of any reason for Dvalin's betrayal, given it was once one of the Four Winds. However, if it was poisoned in the battle over Mondstadt all those years ago, and then corrupted by the Abyss Mage after it woke up, we can't really blame it. But as acting Grandmaster, I obviously cannot make such a statement publicly. Diplomatic pressure from the Fatui makes it hard for us to seek a peaceful resolution to the Storm Terror issue. People would think I've lost grip on the gravity of the situation. That's why I can only do this in private.
That's one of the reasons I don't like the Knights of Favonius. What surprises me is that you would believe in Outlanders so easily.
My cautious and meticulous superior, even you trust him, don't you, sir?
I already told you not to call me sir. Never.
Wow, this is really awkward.
I have a rough idea of where the Holy Lyre de Himmel is.
Nice recovery. She's really talented at changing the subject.
The conflict between Mondstadt and Snezhnaya stems from the conflict between the Seven Nations and their respective gods. The Cryo-gods Fatui seem to be after the Animo god's power. Right. If the Knights of Favonius publicly prevented an attempt on Dvalin's head, then the only other way to affect the Animo god's power is to take the Holy Lyre.
The number of Fatui that have come to Mondstadt is far from limited. I've already managed to coerce a few reports out of them.
Diluc has determined that the Holy Lyre is not being held in the Goth Grand Hotel. I imagine they don't want to leave something stolen in a place where it could be so easily found.
Paimon gets it. If too much of a scene gets made, then it becomes a big diplomatic issue.
Such is the diplomacy between the Seven Nations. Outlander, ready to go?
Jean just said the Fatui are trying to take Dvalin's power for the Cryo God. I fear this might fall short of their true intentions.
Já. Só tem todos os TPs.
I think they intend to use Barbados' connection to the wind to draw him out. Just like Lisa traced the source of the storm to the temples.
The god of Animo? Hasn't been seen for more than 1,000 years. What makes you think that's their intention?
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Leave it to me. I will protect you. I must leave no stone unturned.
No! Don't eat me! The entire floor's defenses have been broken. I thought it was the Abyss Order attacking. How did you guys know the place it's being kept is locked up tight? I don't know which one of the guards
This guy looks like he's about to wet himself.
You just worry. One of the 11 is already in Mondstadt. Signora, when she gets her hands on you, she's gonna string you up and torture you. When that time...
Did he say Signora? What a strange name.
Number 8 of the 11. Goes by the name Signora. The fact that the Fatui can run amok across the 7 nations like they do is entirely because of the 11. We need to act quickly before she gets wind of what's going on.
Never heard of that. What are you lot doing here? What? How did you little brats... You... And just how... Think you can look down your nose at me? The will of Snezhnaya is as solid as...
Are Here to play with me. The more, the merrier. Let me amuse myself a little.
He says the key isn't here. Shall we try another room? Seems like we've turned this room inside out, but no key. Time to move on to another room. It seems like we've turned this room inside out, but no key. Time to move on to another room. There's one room left that we haven't tried. Surely the key must be in there.
Who are you? What? I'm not scared of you. I have the key here.
You rats scurry out from. Signora's not going to tolerate this kind of interference in our affairs. So I'll be the one to take care of you. Save her the trouble of having to deal with you herself.
Steady as stone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
As a dutiful maid would. Yeah.
Can't run from death.
Finally, the liar is back in safe hands. Where did that guy go, though? He was here a second ago.
Senora is going to end you. The songs bards sing of your demise will be so terrifying. The people of Mondstadt will never sleep again for the nightmares they give them.
Big talk for a guy who still ran off in the end. Chicken.
Noelle é muito brava, velho. Vendo que ela deu no cara ali. Ela estourou o cara. O cara ali, velho. Que pariu. Não. Vacilo. Vai.
Jules from the... Take a look.
Welcome back! This is the Holy Lyre! You managed to retrieve it! The pattern of flowing wind carved on the rosewood, and the strings still feel cool to the touch.
What do you think, Venti? Can you summon Dvalin?
Although this lyre is the real thing, I doubt that it's going to work. As you can see, the lyre has been through 1,000 years of history. Its animal power has run dry. In this condition, you couldn't play music fit for even D-Luke's tavern with it.
Bards fight to get on the stage of my tavern. Don't make assumptions.
Is that really important right now, Master D-Luke? And you! Did you just borrow the Holy Lyre to play music for drunkards to hear? What do you mean?
Anyway, we won't be able to call Dvalin with it. The lyre itself is fine, but the strings... You're up, Outlander. Relax, it's just that the intensity of its animal... Do you still have Dvalin's teardrop crystal? Great! Try to use it on the holy... It worked as expected.
This youthful glow.
Praising yourself? Really?
I was talking about the Holy Lyre.
Thanks to our traveler friend having purified the crystal, the Holy Lyre won't continue to lose power. That said, its power is far from replenished. It'd be great if we could get more tears.
we gather more?
I can surmise that Dvalin will already be crying, suffering alone in some deserted place.
Dvalin.
Poor baby.
This is not something that an honorary knight can accomplish alone. I will mobilize the rest of the knights to assist. When you get the teardrop crystal, please let our honorary knight perform the purification process.
Heroes supporting each other and setting out on a journey together. How exciting! Let me come up with a song for you.
Is that all you're going to do? Just sing?
Wouldn't be much of a bard if I didn't, now would I?
You're so cheeky. You deserve an ugly nickname. Oh, Paimon knows. From now on, you'll be known as Tone Deaf Bard.
This search reminds me of a feud I once had with the Fatui. 6 months ago, a thief stole treasure from the East Temple of the Fort.
Bastante coisa. Entendeu, hein? É muita coisa que não foi
Whoa,
aqui.
what was it? A cup used by Barbados?
No.
Ah, olha, a gente vai entrar agora. Rapaz. Aqui tem um boss desgraçado aí. Não sei se eu consigo matar, não, velho. Não sei se eu consigo matar, não, hein. Aqui tem um boss. Tá marcado que tem boss aqui. Que eu apanhei pra caralho aquele dia.
Among all the relics they managed to dig up, one particular object was very rare. It was a vial which contained the Animo god's breath.
Não, você já tá. Sim. Isso é pra você. Tem um monte de gente. Pra cá. Então isso aqui não rende nada e gasta demais em dinheiro. Vou gastar quase tudo pra levantação. Já perto da levantação. Só deixar você perto da levantação. Você vai ser minha segunda vez. Vem. Meu Deus, que tristeza, cara. Sim. Um pouquinho só. Descarreguei. Não tem não. Ela arrumei ele.
Anything the knights can do for you?
Relics come in every shape and form, huh?
Anyone with an eye for fine art would like to add this relic to their collection. Once word got out, the Fatui started trying to seek it out as well. They've made tons of counterfeits that can be found at...
Descansar agora.
In response, I just bought everyone I could find, irrespective of its authenticity. We're still at it now. I've bought more than 2,000 fakes to date, and the Fatui are yet to find the real one.
Whoa, you guys are insane. So it means the real one must be out there somewhere on the black market, right? Paimon will give you a discount on them if she finds any, because Paimon's just great like that.
Sure, you can try to find the real one. I'll take what you find, even if they're fake. Once you're done, find me at the winery. I'll trade you a beer for every 20 you find.
Ué. Oh, então. Cara, tô uma bela de matar aqui, então, hein?
No one escapes my sights! That's cheating! Hey! I must leave no stone unturned. Leave no stone. Swingblade! Paimon didn't think we'd find Evelyn's tears in a place like this.
As knights, we are taught to hone our investigation.
Wow! Very impressive.
In my experience, the secret to finding what you are looking for is to never look for it in the first place. Don't think too much about it and don't search too hard. And
Que vai ter? Mas ele deve... Essa é uma missão dele. Parece que é a missão dele. Essa missão tá tão maneira.